What's up, EchoPark Speedway? Welcome to NASCAR Trackside Live! How y'all doing out there? Oh, come on in, get in nice and close. Are y'all having a good day? Oh, we have got a great show in store for you. We've got Zane Smith, Cody Ware, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Todd Gilliland, a lot more in store, but I cannot do this show without first thanking all the folks watching out there on PRN, Performance Racing Network. Y'all are live out there, so wave, say hello, tell your mama and them that they can be a part of the show. So get in here nice and close, and of course I can't do NASCAR Trackside Live without my amazing co-hosts. Please give it up for John Roberts and Kenny Wallace. Come on, guys, show some love.
All right, people, make some noise. Hey, look at my cup. Y'all see my cup? This is a good cup. I love America.
What you got in that cup, John?
Well, it is water, I promise. It is water. Beers later. Beers later for us.
Jack, sipping on Jack.
Sipping on Jack.
Ella Langley.
All by myself.
Yep.
All by myself.
You know, it helps that she's good looking, too.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? If your dog's with you, you aren't drinking alone.
There you go. There you go. I love it.
That's a dog. There'll be a lot of dog humor.
Well, let's get right into the show because our first guest, I'm super excited to chat with him here at EchoPark Speedway. If you would, please help me welcome Zane Smith and Lucky Dog.
Look at the legend.
How are you?
Look, my hero. Good to see you. Boy, we're going to have a good time.
You talking about Zane or Lucky?
Both.
Okay. Lucky. What's up, old Lucky? See, it's all about the doggies. It's all about the doggies.
I claim you, buddy.
Thank you.
Lucky Dog is a badass.
Yes, he is.
Don't be fighting nobody now.
Sit on down like we're at Cracker Barrel here. So, Zane, it's been a real low-key, loving week for you, huh? Just flying under the radar, not saying anything to anybody.
It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait for the photo dump on social media I got after tonight. But no, it's been a lot of fun, and I love to see the passion from the fans, whether you're on my side or not. So that's what we want to see.
So I'm on both your sides, and I see this working out really good for the sport. But I need you. I really like you because we've always interviewed you. So this is not fake. You have to stay strong, and you got to play the bad boy. You got to be Darrell Waltrip. You got to be Rusty Wallace, Denny Hamlin. Now, you're ready for them to boo the shit out of you, aren't you?
I hope so, yeah.
You're ready.
I'm going to be bummed if it's cheers. I hope it's booze because Lucky's coming for you in the grandstand.
Hey, you going to bite him, Lucky? You going to bite him?
He won't talk.
Can you stay strong?
He's scary. He's really scary.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. I love it.
Bothered by this, but I don't know if I'm wired wrong or what, but I honestly think a lot of it's funny.
Yeah.
So keep it coming. I love it.
And Johnny, this is kind of with Johnny and Jose. This is what Rusty Wallace and Darrell Waltrip. Darrell said, "I hope you choke on that 200." They fought like crazy back in the day.
Yeah. So Rusty and Dale.
I want to thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And
we needed you.
There's a strong fan base that he's got, and I hate talking about him, but I don't like him at all, and I'm fine if he doesn't like me, and there's a lot of other drivers in the field that don't like each other, and they don't express it, and when I get asked about it, I tell them about it, so that's how I view it.
Yeah, good point.
I feel like we've got the Carson Hocevar fans over on this side.
Absolutely.
And then the Zane Smith fans over on this side.
I love it.
So
Good.
We have to separate like soccer fans.
But you do, Zane, though, you've got to, when you're out on a racetrack at the level of Cup Series racing, you have to watch out for yourself. You have to defend yourself because if you don't, there's some hungry competitors over you. You got to hold your own.
Yeah, I made that very clear that, he could run over 36 others and block across the track whoever he wants, just not us. And we've had our past run-ins together. I really never raced Carson much in the truck series, so never really had any run-ins with him there. And then we've kind of been magnets for each other a lot of times on the Cup side, and we just haven't been able to hash it out. And so just simply over it.
So I just want to say this. Remember this, and I'm going to ask you a question, but I want to say this. They boo Joey Logano, they boo Denny Hamlin, and they boo Kyle Busch. So stay digging.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Those are good ones. I'm trying to inspire you right here. Okay, my notes say that you finished 5th at Talladega, and 4th at the San Diego Street Course. That means that you're pretty balanced, and you've got 6 top 10s.
Yeah, no, it's been a strong year, and our strong runs have been really strong. Just our bad races have been really bad, and I feel like that's what ultimately has hurt us in the points. But you know,
Got media here. They're waiting for the quotes. Hey, I've asked some good questions now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to let you know.
all good.
Good stuff, right?
But you know, I feel like ever since Charlotte, really, like I feel like we've been able to just take the next step in our race team, and I feel like we're consistently like that 15th to 17th-ish place car, and I feel like when we show up to any given racetrack, we have been a top 10 car. We've raced on a street course, we've raced on super speedways, mile and a half, short tracks. Like we've kind of covered the board with that, and that's felt really good. So you know, I felt like took that next step with this Aaron's paint scheme that we have this weekend. So hopefully that brings another good run this weekend.
I want to talk about the mascot a little bit because have you ever gotten into a mascot costume before?
No, I have not, but I have heard that they are like next level hot. So Lucky is very lucky.
Lucky needs a cool suit. Can we get him a cool
Yes,
suit?
he does.
Heat suit,
He does.
not a cool suit.
He needs a cool suit, and you know he's very lucky. These clouds are out right now, as we
Lucky
are.
dog.
Yes, lucky all the way around. What is it like? Because I like mascots. I think they're a cool part of our sport. We don't see a lot of them, I think, like what we used to.
Yeah.
What's it like walking around or having Lucky on the golf cart with you? Like, is everybody happy to see you?
Dude, it's like legendary. I feel like it's so weird not, like, when you think about it, like, every other sport kind of has mascots, and it's like, why am I the only one with a mascot? But, you know, it's done an incredible job of, like, attracting, like, a younger fan base because Lucky is, like, the sweetest mascot, and the funniest mascot ever.
He just licks. He just licks.
But like when you sit back and watch him, like it's funny. And if you don't think it's funny, then you're probably the problem. But,
It's a dog eat dog sport.
yeah,
You need
yeah.
a good.
There we go.
You know, in Formula One, guys, that Formula One, they're going to have a similar thing, except they're going to call, instead of the lucky dog, it's going to be the fortunate canine.
Yeah.
It's going to be the F1 thing. Hey, so Zane, I asked you this question on this stage last time, but I'm going to ask it again because I think it's important. When we look at this next generation race car, I think a lot of people say, hey, the car, the manufacturer's parts have leveled the playing field, but I think that's only one small part of it. I think it's some of these smaller teams now that are running up front. You picked up your game. Your teammates have picked up the game. You guys are hiring better people from other teams. It's the people, too, that are picking this up. It's not all just that race car.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And to your point, and like the double-edged sword to this is, yeah, the cars are extremely close to where now the attention to detail it's way more important. So, and the attention to detail comes down to really good people. And so, and trying to find really good people is the hardest thing. And so when you're a smaller team trying to find those people and take them maybe from a Penske, a Hendrick, a Gibbs, it's difficult. And like, running good and running up front, contending for wins, makes that easier to get them to take a chance on you. But yeah, to your point, definitely everyone, I think, starts from scratch a lot closer than what we ever have had, but also the attention to detail is way more.
Good people and good dogs, too.
Yeah, that's
good
right.
people, good dogs.
So to the race today, when they first designed this racetrack, everybody was sticking like glue. Now I'm seeing people spinning out by themselves. Tell me about this racetrack now. It looks like there could be more trouble.
Yeah, you know, like every year we come here, like we don't know what it's gonna do, and that's the scary part. And you know, yesterday was really hot. Today is a lot cooler, so even more question marks are thrown up on it. Whenever it's cooler, you know there's gonna be more grip. But I feel like it's a bigger cooler, you know there's gonna be more grip. But I feel like it's a bigger group of drivers and teams that want full downforce. Like it used to be, hey, let's come here with the Speedway package, try to qualify the best we can, and try to control the race. And we've done that in the past where we've qualified, you know, 6th and in the top 10 pretty much every super speedway. Well, I told my team I'm going to be pissed if we qualify in the top 10 for this weekend because I know it's going to be a handful on Sunday. And that's just judging off of what I had earlier in the year of pretty much just how edgy and sketchy it is. And that's why you see, you know, the Toyotas and some of these guys are like, man, how did they qualify 30th? Or why did they qualify 30th? Well, it's because they're set up for Sunday, and their cars are going to handle likely a lot better than those guys that are probably on the front row. But that's a risk they're willing to take. You know, Penske kind of took up the first 3 spots. Penske is incredible at controlling a race, and if they could control it the whole race, then that's ideal for them. But as you know, that's difficult to do. So there's going to be a lot of guys that are back there, us being one of them. You know, I was expecting to be probably like mid-20s, but I felt like that was the easiest my car has been to drive in qualifying. And talking to a lot of my other friends, they were really loose. And so that makes you feel really good when you talk to someone and was like, man, I was out of control. And I was like, man, I could drive mine one-handed. And so I think that will hopefully pay a difference tonight when moves start getting bigger and you got to have those big moves stick.
Zane, I have to ask the question because, first of all, I'd echo what Kenny has said. I love seeing personalities come, and I love honesty. Like, just tell us and the fans what you're feeling, so I appreciate it. What have the other drivers said to you, text-wise, et cetera?
I got probably a majority of the field texting me saying, man, thank you for saying to out loud what we all think. It's not so much always just like how we're racing or like a racing incident that we've maybe had. It's a lot of things that people just don't, not to the public eye. And, you know, and that's fine. But, yeah, I needed to say it out loud. And they love it.
You did good. You got a teammate, Todd Gilliland, right?
Yeah.
So how do you two get along?
We get along great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it hard? I mean, I know the answer, but it's like when I do shows with Schrader, I'm like, Schrader, it's a show. How hard is it to keep your teammate this race? And can you even do it now?
Gosh, I feel like on the normal Daytona Talladega, yes, you can. But at a place like here at EchoPark, the runs are too big. Yeah. And it's when you defend it, you're likely getting wrecked, or it's just you can't defend it. And that's what makes this place so much fun. Like, you get a huge run and you got to do something with it. And you know, I feel like that's where Penske does a really good job at being able to stay side by side and having that third car play both lanes. And so you know, that I feel like on a normal super speedway, we probably are closer to them on that, but at this point, it's been hard for Todd and I to fully take control as what Penske does on a, if you want to call this a super speedway here at EchoPark.
Kenny, we have 60 seconds, so you've got time for one rapid-fire question for Zane.
Well, my question is this. What's more important tonight? This is the racer coming out in me. Tires or gas? See, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm honestly thinking fuel, but
because you got so much downforce in your car's handling.
I think you're going to see a lot of Toyotas that have a lot of downforce that are going to be racing really well.
They can keep tires on.
And I think you're going to see a lot of 2-tire calls, which pit road here is already crazy enough, and you're going to see a lot more of that. And so, yeah, I think fuel and track position is going to be important because I think you're going to see a lot of 2-3 wide racing, and there's nowhere else to go.
Awesome. Great question, great answer. Always a pleasure, especially this week, to have Zane Smith and Lucky Dog on the show. Fans, how about it? A big round of applause for Zane Smith.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
And Kenny, we got to get you a mascot costume. What do you think?
I need to get Herman the Monster. I'm going to get Herman the Monster, man. Hell yeah.
Herman Monster.
Look at him.
I love it. We need more mascots in our world. We do. So good to see him. Again, it's been a spicy week for sure. Oh, nice arm. Lucky Dog. Look at Lucky. All right,
Lucky's
are we
got
ready?
a good arm for a canine.
Play cornhole. Look at grown men.
He could have come up here and helped you out.
Grown men ready to push their wife over. I love it.
All right, well, we're ready for our next driver. So if you would, please help me welcome to the stage. Let's give it up for Cody Ware. Come on down.
Cody!
How's it going? What's up, guys? What's up?
What's up, brother?
Good to see everybody.
How are you, man?
How are you doing, sir? Good to see you.
I
Come
got
on.
ready
Danny,
for you,
what's up,
Cody.
dude?
Pull up a chair here
I
at
got
Cracker
ready
Barrel.
for you.
How's it going, guys?
Doing
Just,
really
just
good.
like at Cracker Barrel, right? With the rocking chair on the front porch. Can't go wrong.
We're throwing it
Can't
back
go wrong
right now
here.
for the chaos. I love it.
Yeah. So, Cody, I think we've seen over the years sometimes what's good for the race fan isn't necessarily good for the driver, and vice versa. But I think we've kind of hit a fine line here when we talk to drivers, the ability to move around this racetrack, the ability to come from the back to the front, and the excitement that the fans see. I think we see the best of both sides here. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. I think here you get the best of both worlds and some awesome draft racing and having a great mile-and-a-half race get put on. And as a little bit of that age is coming into the track now, too, you're seeing it like in the O'Reilly race last night, like guys just having single-car spin-outs, single-car wall contacts. It is a driver's track and a drafting track built into one here at EchoPark, and I think it just makes for some really awesome racing. Obviously, really tough when things get crazy to avoid the big one here compared to Daytona and Talladega.
Your leader, Tommy Baldwin.
Old Tommy.
He protects you on door of a good car. In my day, they'd say, "Man, my driver can't drive, but he protects you."
No, he's closed doors. It's a little bit of the rules.
Tells you how bad you are.
So I'm on the Tuesday afternoon meetings. I'm on the Crucible, but it's fair. There's
New
a lot
York
of,
comes out of
a lot. But hey, I tell people it's like he's hardcore and he does the same for me, Luke, Jack. It doesn't matter whether it's his own. That level of accountability and honesty is important. I mean, because we all.
Hey, I got this crazy question here. I'm gonna take a chance.
Oh boy.
Tell me if I'm crazy or not.
That's a big wind-up, Kenny.
Number one, are you a Pokemaniac?
Oh yeah, 100%. So
Tell me about.
I got some Pokemon cards in my phone.
Okay, I read this and I'm like, what? Tell me about this. And then I got one
glad
more.
you explained what that was all about, because I didn't know.
No, I mean, I grew up playing Pokemon. I have.
Not this Pokey.
No. So yeah, I mean, I had the Nintendo 64 Pikachu edition. If anyone remembers that, like I had played Pokemon Yellow as a kid on the Game Boy Color. I've just been playing ever since. I collect the cards, play the card game. But yeah, just grew up a big fan of Japanese culture, anime, a little bit of a weeb, if anyone knows what that is.
So that's my next question. Weeb. Yeah, what is weeb?
Just somebody that likes anime, Japanese culture, that stuff. Like wife and I, we spent a couple weeks over in Japan during the off season. All we did was sit around eating curry and
I just didn't understand anything he said, but I'll get up to speed. I'll research.
Where are other Pokemon heads out there? Where are you at? Let me see. Raise your hand.
Hey.
Grand hit. Oh, there's some.
one.
Right here.
Now,
right back there. He's a Pokemon fan.
I'm even asking you. Us become almost afraid of these cards. Oh,
yeah, like Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Money, like real money.
Should we get into this, Kenny?
What's the most expensive card that you heard?
Yeah, I know that they had that Illustrator Pikachu that I think Logan Paul sold through PSA and collectors. I think it sold for either $6 or $12 million.
A card? Like
Yeah,
a trading card? With an animated character on it.
Just
Man, we're in the wrong business.
Just a piece of paper. Yeah,
That's good stuff.
it's pretty wild.
Are there any deals in the works to maybe get something on the hood of a car related
I think
to
we
that?
should. I guess
Now that would be pretty cool. I've never thought about that. But that might be an avenue we'll have to try to pursue.
I think that would be awesome to get. That would be cool. I know that diecast would sell out.
Cody, you're one of the guys that's out there and a face of the sport and a name of the sport. I feel like so far, yeah, you hear the negative stuff. It tends to be louder than normal. But, man, when you look at 5 out of 6 races, with the exception of Sonoma, selling out, full grandstands. And granted, there's not as many seats as there were, but still, a full grandstand's a full grandstand. TV ratings are up. Prime was really popular with the coverage. Are you feeling some positivity coming to this sport this year, and is it continuing?
Yeah, I mean, I think the past 6 months have been electric. You see what we did at Chicagoland coming back there. San Diego was such a slam dunk. I was probably one of the more skeptical guys going to San Diego, just from a logistics standpoint, being on the military base, how hard it was going to be to track. I mean, when we first got in the simulator, I couldn't even make a lap in the car. The bumps were so aggressive. The braking zones were filled with bumps and cracks and issues. And I'm like, man, we're going to probably wreck 2/3 of the field just trying to survive this race. And looking at Trucks and O'Reilly, you would have thought that for the Cup race, but it turned out to be an amazing Cup race. You know, we only had one major wreck, and I thought it was awesome. Just like with Chicago, the way that we come into these new markets and we expose so many new people to NASCAR, to even motorsports in general, I feel like we've done a really good job. I think on the streaming platform side, the numbers we're getting on Prime, TNT, and some of these things where you really wouldn't expect to still get that same level of viewership even online, I think is really impressive. So I think NASCAR is definitely on the turn up, and it's really cool to be a part of that as a driver right now.
We have a bunch of first-time fans. I know I just met one right over here. Hello, raise your hand. Where are my other first-timers here? First time? Raise your hand. That's nice and high.
Heck yeah, picked a good one for sure.
I love it. So if you're a first-timer, a lot of times they're asking, going, hey, who should I root for?
Cody Ware.
What is your pitch to a first-time fan to say, hey, you should root for me?
I don't know. If you're a fan of anime and Japanese
Hey,
weird stuff, you like weird stuff, root for me. There you go.
So, Cody, there's something to be said, though, isn't there? When we see, you know, the rivalry this week, we just had Zane Smith up here. So, of course, we had to
Don't throw
talk
me in the
about,
middle of that.
Yeah. But I guess there's a double-edged sword to that. This is not the witness protection program. You drivers are out here to be noticed. But by the same token, when you get a little feud on a racetrack, man, you don't need somebody working against you, especially on a racetrack like this. You need everybody on.
Friends here, because you can make your own runs and create
Beautiful.
passes
I don't need
easier
nobody.
here. I mean, Daytona, Talladega, that same mentality is not going to work out because you're not going to the front if you have to start in the tail for some reason by yourself. But here, you can make a lot of those moves that might take longer than at a traditional super speedway. But here, particularly, I feel like you don't need the friends. So I guess, you know, there's a couple guys, you know, look at the Austin Hill and SVG situation right now. Zane and Hocevar, those feuds won't matter as much here as they would when you need some guys to lean on it, say, Daytona coming up in a month or two.
In your opinion, and I want to say this to all the fans, as you see this midway, this is, you know, we haven't seen this in a long time. Why is NASCAR doing so well right now?
Yeah, I think you are. We're starting to see some more of those personalities. For as crazy as some of the rivalries and feuds are, I think we're seeing a lot more kind of that old school racing, that old school mentality. You know, that Dale Earnhardt don't give a crap mentality, and I think that's bringing more attention, more eyes. There's more social media. I think does play a lot of that. You see the clicks. You see like the Noah Gragson versus Kevin Magnussen and the attraction that got because you had the crossover between Formula One and NASCAR, but also too, I just think that NASCAR has done a really good job of tapping into these new markets, bringing back old markets as well, North Wilkesboro. So instead of just looking forward, they're also looking backwards to see what worked. I think the North Wilkesboro race, it's going to be a long, brutal 450 laps, but that's probably going to be one of the best races of the year. And that's such, that was my first time driving it when I ran the Open at the All-Star last year. That is such a cool track. It's a great race for the Cup cars, and I think a full-length race there is going to be awesome. So I think NASCAR is checking all the boxes. And
We're going to have 2 episodes of NASCAR Trackside Live there. So come on out. It's going to be a great show. 2. Y'all are going to have to come and enjoy it.
Two's better than one.
In downtown Saturday.
Saturday night and Sunday. So come on out. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great show.
One more?
Yeah, we got time. We got time, Kenny.
So, you know, we all did not like the next-gen car early, but it seems now it's shown us what it was built for. It seems like everybody's quit talking bad about it, and you take the car, you run Daytona, and you go to a street course. Is the car showing up now, or do you still hate it?
The safety tweaks were made. You know, it really did took out Kurt Busch and ended his career prematurely. And I look at when I had my wreck at Texas the first year of the next gen car, I broke my leg, broke my foot, and was on crutches for almost a month. So there's a lot of safety issues we had to work on and tweak through, but NASCAR has fixed a lot of that. And I think that as they've done that, they've continued to hone in on the racing product as well. So they've hit all the facets of what needed to happen with this car. It probably took a little bit longer than we all would have liked to see, but I think the higher horsepower, 750 is great. I think we need another 100. Well,
that made a bigger deal than people talked about.
100%. I think that just shows we need more. We need less underbody, more horsepower when it comes to the short tracks and road courses. I think we can still bump it up. And then just all the little tweaks we've made to, aero and things to not make these things so aerodynamically dependent, at a lot of these bigger tracks like Michigan, Pocono, the intermediate tracks.
So help the fans understand, because we hear the criticism of, hey, we need more horsepower, but we never hear the why we don't. Is it safety? Is it cost to the team? What's the reasoning why they don't just go, well, yeah, let's just make it faster first?
Yeah, I mean, on a one-lap setting, it doesn't really matter. You know, the tires and the grip in the car will hold on, but as the tire degradation happens, as the lap times get slower because the tires are getting hotter, you have less grip. That's where it puts it more into the driver's hands. When you have low horsepower and a lot of grip in the tire, everyone's running within a tenth of a second of a lap around each other. Passing becomes very difficult. The deltas to cars are so small that it makes it almost impossible to pass unless you move someone or make an extremely aggressive move. And so I think that more horsepower just makes it more of a driver's car. It means tire management and a lot of other things that we don't really have to do at the bigger tracks more of a factor. So anything that we can do that puts racing more into the driver's hands versus just the setup and platform of the car is what produces better racing.
And that's another thing that fans and drivers agree on. The horsepower
100%.
thing, I think, is pretty universal.
Yeah, across the board.
So let's talk a little bit about the race today, because tonight we're going to go night racing. We've already seen the last two races have been a little spicy, if I may say so myself. What do you think race fans are going to see when the Quaker State 400 kicks off here at EchoPark?
Yeah, I think you're going to see like one of the best races of the year. You're going to definitely see lots of wrecks. Hopefully we don't need to put down a bunch of speedy dry like we did last night. 3 red flags. Let's not do that, because 4 hours for them would probably be 7 hours for us tonight. So I'd like to be in bed before 3 a.m. tonight.
Was that a new record last night? 4 red flags.
Four red flags and 13 regular cautions for both records.
And here's the funny thing. Somebody said 4 red flags and none were for rain.
Hey, it's very rare. But again, guys, and Cody will back me up on this. I heard some criticism. We saw some criticism of it. But I really believe race control is a difficult place to be. There's some difficult decisions to make. Their number one concern is the safety of the drivers and the fans. That's why I was all for the red flags. I'm fine. Make it safe, make it competitive, and let's go back racing. Sorry we had to wait for a little while.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, anytime you have that human element, it's going to be hard to be 100% perfect, 100% right all the time. And human element, it's going to be hard to be 100% perfect, 100% right all the time. And I think NASCAR does a good job with that. And, you know, hopefully, weather holds off today. We can, again, not have to lay down a bunch of oil and speedy dry. And if there's wrecks, that's part of this type of racing. But I think, we see time and time again at the Cup field, we can race closer, harder, better, and not have that many incidents. And so I think it'll be aggressive. There'll be some chaos and carnage for sure, but I think it'll overall be a pretty clean, pretty intense race.
You don't want to wreck more cars than the Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Listen, Rick Ware is your dad.
Allegedly, yes. No.
Yeah, okay. Look, I just got to say this. I know this is it, but he is a badass, because how many different type teams across America do you own?
Yeah, I mean, so right now off the top of my head, we got NASCAR Cup Series, Top Fuel NHRA. We got Tony Schumacher.
And you
Clay
win.
Millican. We won the U.S. Nationals a year or two ago there.
Clay.
We have a World Supercross. We just got Cooper Webb signed and Max Anstie for our World Supercross Championship. So we probably we got 2 of the best riders to go win 450 and 250 there. We just won last night with Briar Bauman at Williams Grove.
Congratulations.
With Harley Davidson. So that's our 7th win of the year in the flat track. We're 3rd in points. We had a penalty, so we're trying to chase that, but we should be able to get our points lead back there. But overall, like, people don't realize my dad's an adrenaline
I do.
junkie. He's a racing junkie, and
Rick Ware.
This what we do here on Sunday afternoons in NASCAR is the toughest part, but this also costs the most money, the most resources, the most people. But everywhere else, we try to do it first class. When we run up front, we win races, and obviously a little bit tougher to do. It takes probably another $100 million to do it at that level over here. But like I say all the time, we're making baby steps, and it's not where we want to be, but we're always trying to improve the program.
Awesome.
Badass.
And so proud to have you here on Trackside Live. Cody Ware, thank you very much. Best of luck today.
Nice shoes, by the way, baby.
Good.
Vans all day, every
Good
day.
looking
I
sneakers.
love it.
Thank you.
Race fans, one more time, a big round of applause for Cody Ware.
Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the race.
We still have so much more in store for you. We've got Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. joining us here. And then we get to go racing tonight. So let's go ahead and bring up our next guest. If you would, please help me welcome to the stage, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Hey,
What's up?
look look at your shoes, all white, baby. They look good.
Now, those are the best shoes so far.
No,
of
I
the
don't
day.
know. I was just looking at Duggars Casey's back there.
Everybody's got strong shoes on today. What's it?
I don't know. This one looked like I got a little toe bleed, but I don't know what happened.
Could have been gear grease. Are shoes big in the garage area with Denny Hamlin having Nike and?
Air Jordans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I definitely like shoes and boots.
I love
got
it.
a lot.
Yeah, you do like boots.
Yeah. Do what now?
But the question is, do you do the boot scootin' boogie?
I am not
Hello,
good at
after
it.
me.
I am not good at it, but I wish
Come
I
on.
could. I'm a 90s country guy. So, did y'all see Garth is bringing out his wild drum set that he had back in 1996?
I heard about that.
Yeah, so that was my first concert I ever went to back in 1996 at the Memphis Pyramid where the Bass Pro Shops is now.
Yes.
And yeah, he just did a video, and I think he's bringing it back out. So on a
see it.
little arena tour. So I will definitely be at one of those.
You know, if you play one of those country music songs backwards, everybody gets happy, sobers up. It's a good move.
Thanks, John.
He's in Nashville now. He lives in Nashville.
I figure I better just say
Okay.
it. All right, let's talk racing. All right.
Okay, you go first.
All right, so Ricky, I bet you are among the people. Your victories have come on these big racetracks. You're one of the best in the business at the drafting. When they said, hey, we're going to bring this super speedway package to Atlanta, were you excited right off the bat, a little skeptical? What did you think?
Definitely skeptical. You know, I loved the mile-and-a-half racetracks. One here on the old configuration, back in the Nationwide Series, back when me and Kenny raced against each
That's
other.
right, baby. Door handle to door handle,
Yeah.
wheel to wheel.
So,
Back in the late 1800s?
yeah, yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Hey, all right.
So, you know, I was skeptical, but I tell you what, after that first year, I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. As we've gone on, this racetrack has jumped into my top 5 of favorite racetracks we go to, and you know, it's a good mixture of that mile-and-a-half. You know, Daytona, Talladega. You know, Talladega, you don't have to really worry about handling. Daytona, you got to worry a little bit about handling. Then you get here to EchoPark Speedway, and man, a lot of handling comes into play, and it's fun. It is a blast, especially when your car's driving good. And man, I'm looking forward to tonight.
So before I ask my real question, I got to recognize something that I really like. I've read it, but tell me about these awesome bracelets. You know, you're married now, you got a child. Tell me about the bracelets.
Yeah, my child's 2. He's too young to make these bracelets, but no, some kids made these bracelets probably about 2 months ago.
That's really
and,
cool.
I've been wearing them every day since. So I got a lot of these bracelets at home. A lot of kids come up to us at autograph sessions and give us cool bracelets. And yeah, one says number 1 dad and one says Ricky Jr. So yeah, I rotate them out when I get some new ones and make sure that the fans know that I appreciate them.
And nobody wears as much jewelry as Richard Petty. You ever see him up close?
Yes, he's got a lot.
I mean, when my wife rode with him on the cow.
It's probably because he won all that, and he's like, I
Yeah,
might as well
it's
just
free.
keep that. Yeah,
But the,
Gold?
funny,
Yeah.
the jewelry might weigh more than Richard, though.
It
because
does.
he's,
My
he's
wife
so
said.
thin.
My wife said, Richard, take this gold necklace off, and it's like, whoa.
Have you ever
real
seen,
gold?
Have you ever seen Linda Hendrick with her bracelet?
Really?
She's got the top of all like the championship rings and Daytona 500 rings, and it's not the whole rings, but it's just the tops, and they're like connected to this bracelet. And obviously, you can imagine how many are on that bracelet.
Badass.
It is. It's a big flex.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Okay. This happened not a long time ago, just recently, but I haven't seen you since then. A big multi-year contract extension. So, yes, round of applause.
Thank you.
That means more baby shoes, more baby milk. But this is going to take you towards the end of your career, a couple more years.
Chill, Kenny.
Hold on,
Make him
okay, tell me.
retire, yeah.
Not trying to quit now.
Kenny, you're still racing. Come on, let this guy race.
Yeah.
I
man.
thought you coming dirt racing with me.
No, I'm gonna race for another 8 years at least.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Ocho.
Let's go.
Hey.
I still feel young, so
Keep
until I
talking,
start
but
feeling
congratulations.
old, thank you.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, until I start feeling old, I'll keep racing, and as long as they'll let me.
Well, you're winning.
Not all the time, but you know,
Yeah, but
here and there.
you're that type of driver. Just when they start mouthing you, you're like, wait,
We'll pop one off.
bam.
Yeah. No, you know, I feel good. I feel, you know, I feel really good about tonight. I feel good about where we're at as a team at Hayek Motorsports. We're, you know, started the season off, you know, kind of rough, you know, not doing exactly what we wanted to do. But since our Easter break, I feel like we've, you know, been climbing. My car's been faster. It's been driving better. And, you know, looking forward to showcasing that here in a couple hours.
Ricky, there's only on any given weekend, there's only 38, 39 of you guys on this racetrack. That is a very small elite group of people. How big of a difference is it for you when you're not worried about the next year, or for a driver in general? When you do have a home, you know where you're going to race, and you're not focused on getting that next thing going on. Is it a huge difference?
It is. I mean, you know, I was one of those kids at one point back in, you know, 2011, 2012, looking to take somebody's seat, right? Kenny was in the same boat, and you know, you're super hungry, and you know, I go for a long time where I don't think about it. You know, I had a long contract at Roush till 2019, and then all of a sudden I had to think about it. You know, where I was going, and you know, now you know they don't do long contracts like they used to. So I signed my Roush one in 2008, and it went to 2019, and you don't see those anymore. So. Yeah, you know, every now and then you got to kind of look over his shoulder, see what that younger crowd's doing and who's shopping around. But like I said, I feel really
Give him
comfortable.
a little bitch slap. Bang.
That's right.
Down, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only do me and Kenny show by show. We get one show contract.
Yeah. And
That's
you know,
wise.
so just you know, but I feel really good about where I'm at Hayek, and we all, you know, it's a small team. We got about 30 people that work on our team, and you know, so when we can go out and compete, you know, against these guys that got, you know, 500 employees at their shop, I feel really good about what we're able to do. And, you know, they believe in me as a driver to go out and get the most out of the car, the fastest speed I can get out of it. And I know they're working hard as well.
So yesterday you were out here, or actually it was Friday, and we had the little golf simulator set up over there. I think some fans actually got to like hit against you or play against you.
Yeah, they probably beat me. I only put it about 16 feet. So it was a little par 3 downhill. But yeah, no, that was a cool setup. They still got it over there? Oh, yeah, they still got it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a cool little setup. And, you know, yeah, the camper party. It was good seeing everybody out here.
So talk about the golf game. Like, I know that's something that, you know, you try as a driver. This sport is a grind, man. But you got to find some way to release some steam, to get outside. Is golf one of those outlets for you that gives you that chance?
I would say working out is probably the biggest thing that I do outside of the sport, and then golfing. Golfing probably took a lot of that. I would say it was 50-50 for a long time. I used to play about, you know, 50 rounds a year, and now I'm down to about 15 rounds a year.
Oh,
so, you know, I still enjoy golf a lot, love competing. You know, Denny and I have our league that we started a long time ago, and still compete at that once a month, but that's about all I play is about those events. I need to practice. My golf is going downhill quick.
Yeah, that comes with fatherhood, does it not?
You know, it was actually it started a little bit before fatherhood. I just got to where I didn't want to spend 5 hours a day going to the golf course, but I do love competing, and that's the one thing that I love outside. You know, all of us do. All of us drivers are the same way. Love to compete outside of the race car, and no matter what sport it is, or I see they're throwing cornhole over there, you know, that as well. Like, we just...
Good dirt racer, good friend of ours. Nick has told me Ricky is the real deal with working out. Like, you're really a workout guru.
You can't tell because I love to eat as well.
Yeah, that's badass. So, but hey, you are also teammates with him with the NOS Energy Drink. I'm on Instagram. You guys make some badass commercials. Tell me about NOS and that whole team.
Yeah, and I've been with NOS Energy Drink since 2012, and then I brought him into, you know, dirt racing back in the end of 2017. Then they started sponsoring my car full time, you know, 2018 and on, and they've really kind of taken over the dirt world when it comes to sponsorship. And you know, our team races on the World of Outlaws series, and we get the drivers together once a year and do these, you know, big commercial shoots, and it's a lot of fun. This year we did a lot of drifting, and you know, out of our element of what we normally do, and that's a lot
You
of fun.
guys ever wreck when you're making those commercials?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That gets edited out. It gets
Yeah,
chopped out.
I mean, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that's a lot of fun, and you know, a lot of the times they shut us down right before it's getting ready to get
They
bad.
can see the
Yeah.
egos.
Yeah, you know, anytime you're like, hey, let me do one more run, and it's never a good idea. But no, it's a blast doing you know, content with NOS Energy Drink and all of our NOS Energy Drink teammates, and what they do in our sport. You know, they sponsor my deal here, and they're owned by Monster Energy. So, you know, the Monster Energy company as a whole does so much for motorsports. Cool family to be a part of.
Ricky, wait, I'm sorry, Jose.
Go
Are we
ahead.
out of time? We got
Go
one?
ahead.
Trouble.
Yeah, yeah,
Burn
we got
one.
time.
I don't want to go over the time and get in trouble.
You're good.
But Ricky, you've been around this. You don't look like it, but you've been around Cup racing for a long time. Is it still fun? Is that adrenaline still there every time, the butterflies, when you get in that seat? Is it still there for you?
It is. I think, you know, what we like doing as race car drivers is, you know, taking a car and going faster than it really wants to. And anytime you can get out there and just push the limit of what the car is capable of doing, and that's what I've always enjoyed about, you know, racing, riding dirt bikes, riding four-wheelers when I was a kid, is just trying to push it to the next level. And I mean, I started, you know, worrying about lap times on our four-wheeler out in the backyard, right? So, you know, that's something that I've always loved to do. I've been very fortunate to, you know, do it as a career, and been doing it a long time, like you said. And, you know, I've seen the sport change a lot, and, you know, just looking forward to being part of it for years to come.
Ricky, we had Zane Smith on the show at the beginning, and you, again, having seen and been a part of a lot of, shall we say, spicy activity with other drivers. What are your thoughts on seeing this new generation of drivers coming up, just speaking honestly and kind of sharing their feelings on each other and putting it out there on the racetrack?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely for at least knowing where everybody stands. It's nice to know, but you know, it's tough. You know, I had a couple run-ins with people, and to me, it's something that you don't need to let it get distracted. You know, distracting you and your team, especially if you're not winning. You know, I think if you're, you know, like the Denny and Larson feud there for a little bit, or Chastain when, you know, he's battling for wins, I think that can be good. It's tough to have a rivalry when we're running 20th at times, you know what I mean? So, you know, but I don't know. Last week I was surprised when I saw those two incidents. You know, I didn't know really SVG and Austin Hill had any beef.
Van Guggenheimer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grunt and Guggenheimer.
That was the greatest thing of all of it.
Yeah, and then, you know, I maybe knew a little bit about, you know, Zane and Hocevar, but, like, I didn't really see it. You know, obviously, Hocevar and myself, you know, had some issues. But, again, like, I didn't do anything on the racetrack because, you know, both of us were running around 20th. Like, it wasn't warranted. You know, but since him and I had a conversation in Mexico, we've had no issues. So, you know, I'm happy about that.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for being here, being on the show. We always love having you. Race fans, if you would, please give it up for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, buddy. Do good. Do good. It's amazing that these drivers come out here and see all of you just hours before the race.
Hey, you guys know, just like Ricky, me and Kenny are on a little bit of a fitness craze right now. We just switched to light beer. Big step, big step.
You got to start somewhere. Well, we're ready for our next guest. If you would, please help me welcome to the stage. Give it up for Todd Gilliland.
Hey, now I see why nobody messes with him.
Uh-huh.
Hey, guys, who's taller, you or Cody Ware?
Oh, I don't know.
They're pretty
there's a
dang
group
close,
of us
aren't
that are
they?
all
You're
close.
still growing. I say every time. Every
I-
time I see him, I say you get taller.
Yeah, I think like Cindric's the same height. SVG's tall. Cody Ware, myself, McDowell. But yeah, I almost had to beat up
You
Ricky.
guys
to-
see
That Guggenheim fellow?
yeah, yeah. I saw that. I had a good view of it right in my mirror. So luckily I was ahead of that.
Yeah. So, Todd, when we get ready to go racing tonight, man, this is becoming a premier stop on the circuit. Fans are jacked up. I know about that. What about you guys as drivers? I love it when the crew chief comes on the radio and says, hey man, save me some fuel, or hey man, stay out of trouble. Those are two really, really tall orders.
Absolutely. I think, with this racetrack, it's so unique because every driver loved the old Atlanta. It was a place where maybe it wasn't the most exciting racing, a place like Homestead, but the drivers love it because it, used to wear out tires, used to run all over the track. And I would feel like, overall people maybe were a little bit disappointed, but now as drivers as a whole, everybody absolutely loves this place. And to, get people's minds to switch like that is tough. So I think that really goes to show how fun the racetrack really is. And a place like this, man, for me, when you get to the last stage, you can't believe you're only, just over halfway in the race because it's so intense. You're just so focused every single lap. And for this race going into the night, your balance might change a little bit, but as soon as the lights come on, it even feels, a little bit faster as it's dark and you're around the field's probably a little bit smaller. So yeah, this place is really, really cool for a number of different reasons. And, for the night race in particular, like I said, finishing under the lights is definitely special.
When I think of you, I think about when I was at Texas and we're on the rental car shuttle and you were coming through the ranks and you were very nice to me. And now here you are. You're at the highest form of motorsports in America. Do you remember that time that we were on the shuttle there and there you were busting your ass? And now you're here. So my question is, what do you think about being in the? I know it's an odd question, but you're now at everybody's dream. And when you're doing it, I know it's hard to believe. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think about that all the time. How lucky I am, and I mean, growing up around the sport, I think just gave me even more of an appreciation for that because this is literally, since I can remember, all I've ever wanted to do was
so awesome.
Yeah, drive in circles in the Cup Series. So here we are. But yeah, like you said, I think even a question you guys asked Ricky is like, if you do it for so long, how do you still appreciate it? And I feel like even the bad times are like, the challenging runs, you still even have to appreciate those, right? Because that's life. That's, every
competition.
Competition, man. It's you got to respect your competitors. Sometimes they get the best of you and just all those things that you learn along the way. But yeah, for me, yeah, it's really fun and really cool to still be at this level. I have a crew chief I've been with, since, we started together in late models, obviously kind of separate and come back together.
Damn.
But just doing this with people that are like family to you, it makes all of this so, very, very special.
Todd, we had a great conversation with your daddy a few weeks back, and I know your grandfather raced, your daddy raced, now you're racing. How big is that? I know you get to share somewhat in the success of Tricon Garage, being a family relation there, and you know what's going on there, but how big is it for you to have your dad there as a former racer, a former winner, and a guy you can lean on?
Yeah, watching the Craftsman Truck Series nowadays is fun because I got the Tricon guys I'm kind of cheering for, but a little bit more so our front row trucks.
Yeah,
and
you're doing great.
It seems like between those two teams, one of them is going to have a really good chance at winning. So yeah, that's been fun. But yeah, I think some of my coolest memories of getting to actually see the history, I guess, of my grandpa and my dad was when I was racing on the K&N West Series. I was racing the Napa 16 car, which was like an iconic car on the West Coast. And then going to all these local short tracks that, generations of Gillilands have raced at. It was really cool to see some of the same fans that have been going to these tracks for 30 years. Yeah. Talking to like Kevin Harvick from the West Coast. He's raced against my grandpa, my dad, and me. So there's just so many cool stories like that I'm really thankful to be able to get to hear and experience. But yeah, it's been fun, right? Growing up with my dad, he's always been right along my side, and he's one of the guys I can go to him with questions and he'll answer. But I feel like a lot of the times he's like, you got to go figure this out for yourself at the same time. So it's very unique, I guess, how different families in motorsports kind of approach it all different. But I think, yeah, like I said, the coolest thing is just all the memories, different fans along the way.
Yeah,
Todd,
what a great dude.
Todd, you always seem to be a happy guy, like a smile on your face, etc. But I also know you're a competitor. You want to win races. How do you feel about the beef situation between drivers? You seem to me to be like a smile person with it, but I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I always say I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't know. I think, hey, it's good for sports.
Yes.
I love a good rivalry, and everybody does. So I was actually talking to Zane about that this morning, and obviously he's going about it his way, and I was like, man, maybe you guys just should talk it out, you know, and try to figure it out. But that's not how they're going about it. But it's just funny to see how everybody's personalities handle things different in life, right? Just everything, racing or not. So, yeah, like I said, last week there was a lot of different beef along the way. But, you know, luckily right now I'm not in anything too bad.
Does it amaze you that Sophie Cunningham can go like that, and it's world news? And here, somebody go, I don't like him, and it's world news. Isn't that amazing?
It's 21st century, man. Here we are. Yeah.
World news.
Yep.
World news. I don't like him. World news. I'm like, we haven't even got on the track yet.
Yeah, you're interviewing Cletus McFarland, World News.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what.
you
So Cletus asked me to come to the Freedom Factory. I went down there, and he is incredible. So, you know, that was one of those deals where we became friends, and I never wanted to interview him when everybody else was interviewing him.
Yeah.
I told Charlie, I said, let's keep Cletus in our back pocket. So I waited for Cletus to say, I'm going to be a promoter for this 20,000 to win late model race. So I just texted him. He goes, yes. But it is amazing. You bring up a good point. I mean, this guy, of course, I went about it way different than everybody else. I mean, we're almost at 300,000 views on a guy that runs Crown Vics.
Yeah, absolutely. Social media, the power of it. It's I was just talking to someone about it yesterday, right? As like you know, any professional athlete, and I think it's getting more and more like this. At least maybe it's the younger guys going into our sport, but you know, I think it used to be. Oh, come on! No, you're the best at it.
Sophie.
Yeah, yeah.
She's more famous
gotcha.
than the really good one.
Yes, but okay. Back in the day when social media
Caitlin
first
Clark, right?
started,
Kenny called him the real good one.
you know, the drivers maybe didn't run their social media themselves, or now I feel like 99% of everyone runs it themselves. You can see the negative comments, the positive comments, everything. So, yeah, it's the world of, you know, clicks and headlines and all the stuff that, you know, gets the
Maybe
sport
you
out there.
shouldn't have. No, don't
Yeah,
push
and
that.
Todd, and Todd, I got to tell you, man, it was, I don't know how many years ago, but I'm going in Sunday morning with Kenny and Kyle, and they're just looking at their phones. I said, what the hell are you guys doing? And they say, we're on Twitter. I said, what the hell is Twitter? Can you explain this to me? And Kenny explained, it's the first I've ever heard of this, and here Kenny and Kyle are already on there having hundreds and then thousands of followers. This thing, I think, and more so a little bit, I have to say, in NASCAR, has it had an effect, like the J-Ski effect years ago. Kind of changes.
Thing.
Yeah, and then the social media kind of changes the whole deal.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's just like what I said, right? Everybody. So, yeah, like I said, that's a good and bad thing, I guess. But yeah, especially with, you know, how much media attention, you know, video. So, yeah, it's all about, you know, posting that stuff. And I think for our sport, anything like that, you know, getting it out there in national news is probably easier than ever, but we have to do something that's worthy of that, right? And good or bad, and just need to spread the word.
Yeah, this is not the witness protection program. We're here to be noticed.
I like it.
So I asked this earlier, but I want to ask you because you're a younger driver. The rise of NASCAR over the last 2 years has been undeniable. I mean, look, this is the midway before the race. What the hell's going on? Why is it growing? Yeah. Why has it come back so fast?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, if you have the answer to that, I think we should keep doing it, though. I love the growth. You know, personally, I think the next-gen car has been a good thing. I think, you know, the competition's closer than ever over the last 5 years. You know, I think these racetracks have done a really good job. You know, I think the drivers are doing a better job than ever of promoting the sport. You know, for a while, you used to see drivers on, you know, every commercial for their big company on the car, you know, national television. And then for a while, it seemed like that just went slowly down and down. I don't know that we're necessarily back there, but I think every driver's putting themselves out there more and more, you know, over the last couple of years. And yeah, it's hard to argue just good racing on the racetrack. I think that always gets people back. But
are the tires better, like Denny Hamlin says? Are they? What's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, it's better or worse, right? I don't know what, you know, makes a good tire. I think for the racing, you know, tire fall off is probably better. I think with the next-gen car, you see how close everyone can be. And then I think the tire fall off spreads out the field a little bit, which is good. You know, I think for a smaller team, sometimes no tire wear presents more opportunities. But I think for the purity of racing, more tire wear is definitely better. So it depends on what side you're at, but I think we have such a good mix of racetracks in NASCAR as a whole that the purity side of it I think is better. More tire wear gives the driver a little bit more feedback of like what you can do with your right foot and taking care of the tires to an extent. And yeah, I think comers and goers is a good thing for sure.
All right, so you get a chance to ask Kenny Wallace any question that you want,
good.
and he has to answer it. All right? So any question you want to ask Kenny Wallace, and because we are in the Cracker Barrel chairs of relaxation,
I think Todd probably wants a little bit more time to think about this because we could go many different directions.
I want you to know this. I still run my mouth and I still win every week. And when I get, when I win these big races, I'll get out and you can tell the people they're going, it really is him. It's him. So, like Denny Hamlin runs that mouth and then still wins. That is amazing.
It is. I like it.
Okay, go ahead,
let's see. All right, who's your favorite and least favorite Cup Series driver right now?
Ooh, good
Put you on the spot. Come on.
Good question.
I like Denny Hamlin the best because of two things. Because
Come on, guys.
I like Denny a lot.
I was going to say Todd,
I
my
love
favorite
being
driver.
me. I'm happy being me. I like Denny because when we were at these Toyota gatherings, Toyota sponsored me for 7 years. And we're just sitting there at a big Toyota deal, and he's like, what's your address? My shoes must have been junk. Guy sent me Denny sent me 2 brand new pairs of shoes when I was racing, not even on TV. And I like that
Kenny's for hire. He can be bought.
I just can't get over. He's so much like Darrell Waltrip. Could you imagine being vanilla and winning? It's like all the guy does is win. This guy is so. I mean, you guys love him. You just say you hate him, but boy, you tune into him. He has single-handedly saved NASCAR with that actions detrimental, and you all know it. I mean, think about it.
It's been wonderful.
He wins the damn race and then flies to Charlotte and goes in some damn room and then breaks it down, and you're like, it's unreal.
It's had a huge effect. There's no question.
It's unbelievable.
But Kenny, you got another question?
Yeah, that was
You
part
did
one.
favorite.
Come on.
Now part
Now
two.
you got to go least favorite. This is tough, man.
Hold on. This is where my Tourette.
Hey, there's
Tourette's
no
is
way out of
kicking
this, okay? There's no good way out.
Who is
I
my
know.
least favorite driver right now? Here's my problem. I don't hate anybody, and I don't dislike anybody. But I do want to say something.
But it can be your least
I
favorite.
like being controversial because if I say it here, you go on Facebook and they got those
no way out.
India sites. They got those India sites.
This is a lose-lose situation.
Wallace says so and so is bad.
Oh,
Like
my
here
goodness.
we go.
Well, here's the deal. You got 30 seconds to say something before we wrap up.
Hold on.
there,
Let me look at the
actually.
lineup.
Stay
Who's
up
the
here.
lineup? I'll pick somebody. I love it.
I mean,
Hold
dude,
on.
just look at the crowd.
Hey,
We're all
Jose,
signed up.
in the meantime, can I ask Kenny a question?
Well, we literally
Hold on.
have like